We're live, pal. Welcome to
Go for the Pin. Go for the Pin Wrestling Review Show.
With your boys, Mikey Q and
King V, aka Ember Moon Knight, aka Michelle McCool Running, aka Summer Ray Charles,
Mikey Q and King V.
King V, what's going on, homie?
Give your energy and feed that vibe into the world.
Mike, you still owe me a chopped cheese.
I mean,
Hey, Mike.
Go for the Pin.
We're live, pal. Welcome to Go for the Pen episode 164. Happy New Year with your boys. First, I am that leg slap professor, Mikey Q, and I am joined by
It's the kid, DJ Knuckles, aka Mr. Thursday Night, BKA the cat in the hat. If you get what I'm saying there. All right.
all right now. All right, easy now.
No.
Again,
Yeah.
welcome to Go for the Pen.
I'm glad I'm not a
shout to
comedian.
King V. Shout to King V. We love you, bro. It's just us here tonight. We're gonna hold it down. We're here to talk about World's End from this past weekend.
That is correct.
Our predictions championship was on the line. Our defending champion,
Vacant holds it right now.
yeah, vacant.
Vacant has more
I guess-
title reigns than anybody. I don't get it.
Shout to vacant. I want to be like vacant. I definitely want to be like vacant. Like, just think about how many titles vacant has won. Vacant has won every title that you can think of. Like legit.
Fair.
Yeah.
It's fair. It's fair.
Oh man.
That's very
So
fair.
yes, so we're gonna be talking about that. We'll talk a little Raw action. There's a lot. Hey, get your minds out of the gutter. There's a lot that happened on Monday Night Raw from this past Monday night. So we'll be talking about that as well. If this is your first time watching, thank you. If you're returning, thank you. As you guys heard with the intro, it's the same intro in the new year. I can promise you guys, we will be working on a new intro. It will include Knuckles more. We will definitely rework this intro here.
That ain't it.
I got it right though. I got it right eventually. It is time consuming, but it's important. So I will get working on that. Now that I've said it on the air, you guys can hold me accountable if I don't do it. So
I've been holding you accountable for 4 years. No.
this is true. This is very true. You ain't the only one, pal.
No,
I'll tell you that much. I gotta back up what I say. Anyway, let's get into it. What a segue, right? Back to what I say. Let's
Right.
get into it. World's End was this past Saturday from the alleged sold out Nassau Coliseum.
Allegedly.
Alleged. So to be fair, right? I guess they're calling it a sellout because they sold out. They sold the amount of tickets that they put on sale for the building, which I believe was only like 10,000 seats or so. I can get the exact numbers, but I think it was like 10,000 seats or whatever, which respectable number. Definitely a respectable number for AEW at this point. Sway is in the building. He says he wants his motherfucking flowers. That's what he said.
For what? Am I missing something here? You want your
I want my
out.
shout out. Yeah, that's what he says. I want my shout out.
Well, shout out this way. How you
Yeah,
doing?
Word.
I must be missing something because I'm like, please fill me in.
Maybe it has something to do with World's End, and I guess we'll get there. I don't know. For calling the Adam Cole thing, sir, I called it also, but yes, I will give you your flowers as well. Okay, I will give you your flowers. Sway said he's been saying it since day one. Okay, that's fair.
That's fair.
It is fair.
But where were you in the prediction show last week?
Sway, as a defending champion, we need you on these prediction shows.
Is he the defending champion?
Hmm?
Is he the defending champion?
No, he's not a defending champion, but I'm saying as a defending.
Oh, as
I
defending.
should have said
Okay,
a
gotcha.
former champion. I should have
As
said
a former
as
champion.
a former
yeah.
champion. Yes, as a former champion.
Okay,
Use that word. All right, you get a badge. Use that word.
I'll
Use
let
that
you
word.
slide. You get a pass.
We just messing with you. All right, let's get into it. World's End. As this video just popped up on my feed of Jade training at the dungeon.
In Canada?
Yeah, she looks good.
Word. Fair.
Yeah. All right.
You have to send that to me. Thank you.
I got you. I'll send that to you. It's actually shout out to the Wrestling Roundtable. It's actually in their group, but I will send it to you. All right.
Since we're hold on, before we go in the World's End, can I send a quick shout out real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Just before we get into it.
Yeah.
Like seriously, I want to give Sway, you said you want your flowers, and it reminded me of something. And then Mike, you just said, and you just said something about giving a shout out or whatever.
Mhm.
Yo, seriously, I'm so freaking happy. Like, if you guys in the wrestling community don't know, up in New York, there is a organization for children called the Wrestling Club.
Yeah,
I'm so happy for them people because they posted. This is what happens when you take a gamble and you bet on yourself. They put a post up about doing a fundraiser to try to get the kids to WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
And as much as people may not like him, as much as people may have an opinion about him, Cody Rhodes responds and says, well, I could buy all of the drinks and whatever it is they were selling.
Yeah.
He's funding all of these kids tickets and hotels.
Wow.
Tickets to both nights of WrestleMania and their hotel stay.
Cody Rhodes, man. Stand-up individual for real.
Bro. And I'm only saying this because we have kind of an affiliation with the wrestling club with Mike being up north and in New York and Battle Club Pro. There's definitely a connection there.
Yeah.
So I saw that and I was just like so elated, man. Cody is different, man.
Cody's the man.
Cody is
like
different.
in real life, Cody is just really that guy. This isn't like Cody, like when I hear this, like kiss his ass, but Cody is definitely one of the realest people in the wrestling business. Like that really is him. It's not a character, it's not a gimmick, it's not an act. That is Cody Rhodes. And it's been Cody Rhodes, and I've seen it firsthand. Even before this, I've seen it literally firsthand.
Me and Jeremy when Raw came to Savannah when I still lived in Georgia. Cody, we were the last picture Cody took before he had to go backstage because of security was pushing him. Yeah. Me and my son were the very last picture he took. Like he didn't have to. And so he took my camera phone real quick and just went like click real quick.
Yeah.
He really didn't have to because he was being rushed. So like he tried to make sure he got everybody in that he could. And but yeah, shout out to the wrestling club, man. I just wanted to put that out there. I'm really happy for y'all. I hope y'all extremely enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, definitely.
That's going to be an experience for those kids, man. It's all about them kids at that point.
Yeah. Like I know they went last year also. Like they did a similar situation where they like raised the money and they wound up taking the kids to WrestleMania 39. I think it's a great thing of what, and I know V's gonna like kick me because V knows his name. I cannot think of his name right now that is in charge of like the wrestling club. The teacher, man. If anybody in the comments or V, if you still watching and you can comment, like put it in the comments because I want to give him his flowers as well. I think his name is Tyler, but I'm not certain. He has a lot to do with the wrestling club and he pretty much runs it and he makes sure those kids are well, like I don't want to say taken care of. But that pretty much taken care of. Shout out to a royal letter. What up, Ray? But yeah, let's get into World's
Victor
End.
Perry.
Victor. Okay, Victor. Thank you. Shout out to Victor. Amazing what you're doing for those kids. Amazing.
Absolutely.
So I just want to give Victor his flowers here on Go for the
Yeah, and
Pin.
this is I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is him. He's taking a
Let's
picture with
solo
Mark
you real
Henry.
quick. Give me 1 second.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's him
Yep.
right
We got it
there.
clear.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
him
Yes.
on the right, I
Yep.
believe.
Well, yeah, because Mark
Yeah,
is
that.
the bigger guy. All right. Not the big guy though.
But
Don't
yeah.
be confused with the big guy. But
Oh,
yeah.
nobody be confused with the big guy. Yeah, whatever.
Finish it. Yeah. I'm a
You
big
did.
stupid. All right, yeah. All right. Let's go to World. Let's go to World's End.
Okay.
So the show started with the pre-show. We had Willow Nightingale, who is a friend of the show, defeating Chris Statlander. Willow's a friend. Okay. This was not good.
Yes.
I'm sorry. And maybe it's just they just didn't have the chemistry on Saturday. I don't know what it was, but there was a couple of I'm gonna say it, a couple of missed spots. There was a couple of botches on the finish. Timing was off. These things happen, of course. But I'm trying to be very careful, but we do have a responsibility to tell the truth here on this show. It was not good. And Chris is a great worker. Willow is a great worker, but it just was not. It was not good. It wasn't good. Sway says absolutely trash. Ray says no, it was perfect. Willow did great. I don't know about Chris. Me and Mike, we could have a better match. That is true. I think that's definitely true.
Well, you know what? Look, I'll put it this way. There is a difference, and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use a comparison. Willow and Chris went out there, and like all of us, in whatever we do, whatever occupation we do, we don't always get it right.
Right. Right.
We mess up, we fumble, we miss the mark. It is common. It is common to man to mess up. Now, having said that, at least it wasn't Rhea Maxine Dupree.
Yeah, and I mean that was rough for other reasons, but
Exactly, that's exactly my point.
You know what it is,
If
though?
if you miss it, Mike, you miss it. Okay, this is not like it's gonna take away from these ladies' overall work.
No,
we
no, of
know
course
they
not.
can work. You just missed the mark this one time, and the fact that wrestling fans can go out there and say, "Oh, you biased. It was a terrible match." Okay, you messed up once. Is that going to change your opinion about the wrestler?
No,
because a lot of people are quick to go on the internet and slander people for messing up, but then and then try to make it take away from like who they are as a professional wrestler.
Yeah,
but it's not like anybody was using the S word or anybody was S wording.
Yeah, I agree. I think that because it is Willow and Chris Statlander, we expect more.
Expected better. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. But you got to look at the spot they was put in. Okay, the match just got made maybe a day or two before. I think they did it. I think they made the match on Rampage. So they did this. They made the match on Rampage. They were the first match. People were still coming into the building. I know it sounds like I'm making excuses for those two. And maybe I am. Maybe because I like them, I am making excuses for them. But the fact of the matter is, like Knuckles said, you don't always hit the mark every time. And like I said, it wasn't. Sway, I respectfully disagree. I don't think it was trash. I just think that there was a couple of missed spots there, which happens. Sway says I always thought Statlander was trash. I disagree respectfully. I think Statlander is a good worker. I think she is. I think she's a good worker
as well.
But yeah, this wasn't good. Willow gets the win here. We didn't predict this because they made this on Rampage after we had already taped our show. Yeah. So again, another match we didn't predict, because we didn't know who was in it, was the 20-man battle royal for a future AEW TNT championship match. Killswitch won by eliminating Trent Beretta. This match was what it was. whatever. We didn't predict it, so we could probably just move on because this. We'll talk more about Kill Switch, I'm sure, later on because of what happened later on. And then of course what happened on Dynamite. But let's get to something we did predict. We had Hook defeating Willa Yuta by submission in an FTW rules match. At one point, Yuta actually got in Taz's face, which was pretty cool. And he said, "You don't worry about me, son. You worry about Hook in the ring." But okay. Ray says, I mean, at least we can say that it's better than Cameron's favorite match, Melina versus Alicia Fox. And I agree, Statlander is trash. Wow, a lot of Statlander hate here. Is it because Statlander beat Jade Cargill and sent her to WWE?
That might have something to do with it.
Yeah, I think I figured it out, Knuckles. I think I figured it out.
Sent her packing.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Packing like UPS.
Oh, man. What about DHL? You ever use them?
Terrible.
Okay. All right, let's how did DHL get this right? Hook versus Wheeler Yuta. It was fine for what it was, I believe. It was fine. It was good. FTW rules, it was good. I didn't really have an issue with it. Knuckles?
That's a fair assessment. I'll be honest with you, Mike. Anything having to do with the FTW title, I really don't care. Because it's not like it's an acknowledged championship belt anyway. So it's not like, literally it looks to me like the company's not taking it seriously and it's just a showpiece.
Yeah. I mean, it's not an official recognized title.
I don't know. I mean, nothing to do with Hook. Nothing to do with Hook, but the FTW title, like, nobody cares. Like, he came on Dynamite this past Wednesday, didn't even have it.
Well, that's another issue, that champions coming out without their championship. But okay. Sway says no.
That's why all their pants are sagging.
Well, yeah, of course. You know, you need a belt to hold up your pants. I get it. All right. No, it has nothing to do with. Wait, no, it has nothing to do with it. She has just always been trash. She being Chris Statlander, pronouns, pal. Okay, I mean, that's you guys' opinion. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. All right, how do we doing this, Knuckles?
Anyone with common sense would say Hook won, and he did. So yeah, all of us got it. All of us got that right.
Okay.
Shout out to Bonji, Ray, and Bobby Showalter in the predictions this week.
Yep. Shout out to all of those individuals. All right. So the show officially opened with an 8-man tag team match. It was an all-star match. I'll just say the Blackpool Combat Club defeated Jay Lethal, Brody King, Jay White, and Roosh by pinfall. Standard, in my opinion, very standard.
Very.
Ray says, nah, I'm no longer upset that Statlander beat Jade because she no longer has the TBS title. Look at it like this. I'm watching WWE and Cody. And Cody is still a mid-carder, a middle carder to me. He's not, but I understand. No, Knuckles, come back. It's just the two of us. Just the two of us. It's just the two of us.
We can make it if we try.
I hope so. I hope so. We gonna try. We gonna make it. We gonna make it.
We gonna make
it. Yep. All right. Yeah, standard. Blackpool Combat Club won. Who, you have anything to add about this, or can we just say who got this prediction?
I don't have anything to add. Like you said, standard. Could have happened on Dynamite.
Right. Comeback. Oh my goodness. Comeback DJ Bumpy Hands.
This DJ, these I don't know what's going on with Ray and these alternate names. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. All right. How do we do on these predictions?
Bumpy. Yeah, I'm glad my bumpy hands ain't ashy. I just got out the shower not too long ago.
I put lotion on those.
We all had BCC, obviously.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I mean,
Let's
sure.
keep going. Let's keep going here. All right. So we had Miro defeating Andrade and sending Andrade packing. After CJ Perry, his hot, flexible wife, his words, not mine, helped him being Miro, win the match. Well, she tried to help him. She still did, but not really because Andrade still kicked out after the super kick. But yeah, at least your name is in Powerbomb EQ. Ray, all right, I'm taking a trip to LA. But
Power Bomb EQ.
Powerbomb EQ, yes.
I'm sorry. I'm gone. I'm so what?
Take me with you.
I'm really
All
sitting
right.
here trying to piece it together. I'm not even lying.
Miro got the win. Do you have anything to say about this? Did we see the CJ Perry turn? I did. John's in the building.
What up, though?
Hold on. Wait. Pipe bomb, Mikey Q. Wow.
Mike. Okay, I get it. Mike. Okay.
Mike, pipe bomb EQ. You got it. All right. John's in the building. I can't think of any random names. Okay, that's fine. The Rock making random appearances is pointless, right? Because he's not even a full timer. We will get to the Rock.
Yeah, we'll get there.
He said something very, very important at the end of that promo.
Yes, he did.
But we will get there. John, please stick around because we will get to Monday Night Raw and we will talk about the Rock. And it definitely was not a random appearance. There was a purpose behind it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where was we? Oh, we was talking about this AEW pay-per-view that didn't pick up until like almost the end of the show.
Right. Andrade Miro.
Right. The Rock is a no-timer. Oh my goodness.
No time.
A no-timer.
Okay.
All right. I think you guys will be surprised this go around. But yeah, go ahead, Knuckles.
As far as Miro and Andrade.
Yeah.
Mike, you and Bobby got that correct.
Yeah.
Ray chose a draw. For what reason? I have no idea why you thought a pay-per-view match would end in a draw.
Well, it wouldn't be the
Were
first
you playing
one, but...
Pictionary while you was watching the show or something like that? Like, and you was like, "Oh, draw, yeah, absolutely, yeah."
Draw two. What is that? Uno, right? All right.
Yeah,
I'm messing with you, Ray.
That is.
Since you call me Pipe Bomb EQ. All right. John says he's a waste of a timer. Wow.
A waste of timer.
I don't think he is.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So we had timeless Tony Storm with Luther defeating Riho. Another match that really didn't feel that important to me because I never thought that Tony was going to lose in the first place. Right. Ray says, yeah, World's End was a Dynamite on steroids. I agree up until like maybe the last 3 matches, and we'll get there. But yeah, Tony Storm retained. Knuckles, anything? And we love Tony Storm, by the way. Absolutely. Tony Storm is killing it with this gimmick.
She is character. If she's not the first, she's the second best character in AEW right now.
Yeah, I agree.
She's doing her thing.
Yeah. Okay. Did everybody get Tony Storm right? I'm assuming they did.
Yeah. Duh.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dummy. Yeah.
Ray says we love Tony Storm. I agree.
Yeah.
Easy there, Knuckles.
A lot of O's in there.
Well, all right. I would not have been able to say that if he was on the show. All right,
Is it?
Swerve Strickland with Prince Nana.
Shout out to Prince Nana for following the show, by the way.
Yes, shout out to John with these
What's
random questions.
random question? What's y'all's favorite snacks?
Oh, man,
Favorite snacks?
that's a good one. I don't know. Oreos for me. Oreos.
My
I like
favorite
Oreos.
snacks.
Yeah.
She's upstairs. Next question.
Hey, there it is. There it is. Yeah. Big pop there. All right. Race. What? Ray says, well,
Yeah.
Wood had her time. Like, yeah, I agree. Right, yeah. Had her time. Easy, big fella. Oh, man.
That one I can legally do.
I love this show. Yeah, I love this show. Best show on the internet. Anyway, all right. It's yeah. So we all got Tony Storm. Okay, let's keep going. Swerve Strickland defeats Dustin Rhodes. Now this match was Ray says Reese's peanut butter cups with the Reese's puffs, and Reese's is good. Yeah, I'm rolling.
That's
I'm
fair.
rolling. I'm rolling.
That's fair.
Yeah. So this match was made because Keith Lee was injured. So they had to come up with something relatively quick. And earlier in the day, it was determined that it'll be Dustin versus Swerve. I mean, they did this pre-match angle with Dustin being injured going in, and of course Dustin being, the tough guy that he is, he's still gonna go in there. This match, it was a showcase for Swerve. It showed how vicious Swerve can be, even though we know how vicious Swerve can be after the matches he's had with Hangman Page. It just added to that. I thought it was fine. But and speaking of Dustin, John asked, why doesn't Goldust go back to WWE like Cody did? I don't think they want Goldust back in WWE.
Right.
Totally
it's not the
different
same dynamic.
Yeah, I think it's completely different. But yeah, how do we do on this? I mean, so here's the thing, guys. If you guys chose Swerve to beat Keith Lee, then you still get the point because Swerve still won his match technically. So whoever chose Swerve still gets the point, even though they changed it. We treated it just like they did. What was it? Santos and what was that the last name? Santos and Carlito. Yeah, we treated it the same way. So if you chose Santos, you still got the point. What did you think of the match? And how do we do on prediction?
I can honestly say I think this was a match that didn't need to happen at all.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think that you could have went out there and let Swerve have 5 to 7 minutes of talking, and we'd have been perfectly fine. Maybe go out there and have him say like what's his plans for the new year, what's his, what he wants to do. He could talk trash about a couple of people. He really could have lambasted Keith Lee, like saying, oh, he's a coward, he backed out, and used the excuse that he's not cleared. He could have did something like that. This was a pointless match. It really didn't need to happen, in my opinion. That's not me throwing shade at Dustin or Swerve, because I'll watch a Swerve match any day, but they could have just let him have a 7-minute promo on the pay-per-view and just let him talk, and we would have been more entertained than we were with the match itself. So either way, like you said, if you picked Swerve, which everybody did, you got the point.
Yeah.
So, moving on.
Okay. Ray says plus Dustin is a granddaddy now, so he can't wear black lipstick and face paint. He still wears face paint, so I don't know if that's accurate, but I definitely hear what you're saying.
He can't do the shtick anymore.
Yeah, he definitely can't. Oh, well, it's a PG area also. He definitely can't do that.
Exactly. That would not fly. What happened?
Sway says, I believe I was just doing the Goldust thing. I believe it's time for TK to give up booking the shows and have other people do it. Okay, let's address that. Like Dustin or Daniel Bryan is funny. Dustin or Bryan Danielson, just anyone but TK. So I agree to a degree. I think that I don't mind Tony Khan booking the shows. I think he needs help. And that's where I think the issue is, that he needs help booking these shows. I'm not saying having 82 writers like in WWE, but maybe a couple, maybe 3 or 4. Maybe you have 3 or 4 writers and he has the final say on, whatever, but you have different writers or bookers or whatever that's booking the show. I know Brian does have a lot to do backstage, as does a Christopher Daniels, as does a Dean Malenko, as does a Jeff Jarrett. Like, you have, and V mentioned this last week on the show, you have knowledgeable people that you can bounce ideas off of and get advice from. Use those people. You have JR. That's literally been in the business, 50 years?
Right.
So, and right, I don't think that Swerve having the match, was bad. I think he should have swiped Dustin out in like 5 minutes. No reason for that match to go on for 10 minutes. Yeah, so I think after they did the pre-match segment, Dustin should have came in, house call, boom, Swerve stomp, 1, 2, 3, and that was it. But you don't want to kill a legend like Dustin Rhodes like that, I guess.
That's why you say you don't have the match at all.
Yeah. Yeah,
if you don't have this match, you're not hurting anybody.
Yeah. But you book Swerve to have a match on the pay-per-view. You don't want to screw the people.
Is this the first time? Is this the first time we've ever seen this? Something happens.
True, but you don't want to screw people out of. You don't want to make it a habit if you can avoid it. So if you can give them a replacement match, then give them a replacement match.
Okay, so what do you want? Okay, so would you rather people pay their hard-earned money to get tickets to see their favorite wrestlers, correct?
Sometimes to see them wrestle. If you book them to wrestle,
sometimes to see them wrestle. Now, is AEW? I'm pretty sure AEW is like WWE, where they have that little small fine print at the bottom that says card is subject to change.
Right
there, it is, right there. Card is subject to change. If Keith Lee can't fight, then that's just what it is. Why would you put a lackluster match in its place? You're losing at that point.
I respectfully disagree. I think that if you booked Swerve, like if this was a Dynamite, then okay, but I feel like because this was a pay-per-view, you do like card subject to change, right? So you do want to put somebody out there with Swerve. I just don't think you should. If you're not gonna have somebody just go out there and lose the Swerve in like a minute or so, then yeah, I agree. Don't do the match. I do.
Or even better. You book Swerve and Keith Lee. Okay, cool. Okay, Swerve comes out, no Keith Lee. You do not sit there and put Dustin in there. You just say, okay, Swerve, Keith Lee can't wrestle, but I got somebody for you.
But that's his tag team partner.
Okay, but Hangman Page wasn't doing nothing.
I see. You're right, but I think there's a bigger plan. You don't want to put that on unadvertised. If they have a bigger plan for it, I don't think you want to do it unadvertised.
It's a surprise match.
Yeah, I just don't think. I think you get more money out of doing Page and Swerve if you promote it, like how they did this past week, and we'll get there. I think that's the right move.
See, they could have went, or they could have went that route. Have Page win, and then the next Wednesday on Dynamite, have Swerve come out and say, you know what, Paige, I owe you one because you know what, you got one over on me. I wasn't expecting you. I wasn't prepared for you. So you know what, we got to run it back. And you could have still had the same ending that you had on Wednesday with them ending the show fighting each other.
Yeah, I just don't like the idea of doing it without promoting it. They said that Freddie Prinze Jr. But I do hear what you're saying, Knuckles. Freddie Prinze Jr. would be good. I agree. I like Freddie Prinze Jr. and I like his booking style. Or his writing style, I should say. Should have been Swerve versus Black. Would have been fire.
Malachi Black.
Yeah, I mean,
like that too.
They're both heels though. Like I get what you guys are saying, but they're both heels. Like I don't know. Wait, plus Hangman versus Swerve for the third straight pay-per-view. I wouldn't. That's why I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I know
this is I know this is different, but we did freaking Cody versus Seth for 3 straight pay-per-views and nobody said anything.
Different situation.
I know it's a different situation, but he's saying having the same people fight for 3 straight pay-per-views. That's what he's saying. Yeah. We've done it already. Even though just because the talent level is maybe a little bit different or a little bit better or worse, depending on how you look at it, it's also still 3 straight pay-per-views with the same match.
Yeah. So I hear you. Okay, John asks, I hear you though. John asks, Earl Hebner or Mike Chioda is who I'm assuming you're asking about. Who is best? It depends on your preference.
Right.
It depends on your preference. Chioda. I think Mike Chioda is one of the greatest referees of all time. So is Earl Hebner. Don't get me wrong. So is Earl Hebner. But I think at this point Mike Chioda had a longer career than Earl Hebner. I would assume, like in a full-time capacity. Mike Chioda is amazing. So is Earl Hebner. I don't know. It depends on your preference. It really does. It really depends on
if you want to, side note, John, if you want to know like whether the ins and outs of Chioda, go watch his interview with Chris Van Vliet. Very interesting. He had a lot to say.
Yeah. I said something. I said something. I was tired of Cody versus Seth. Yeah, but you don't like Cody.
Right. This
at their first match. Plus, they had 3 different types of matches. This is true too. But Swerve and Page would have had 3 different types as well, technically speaking. Because the last one was a Texas Death Match, and the first one was, I think, a standard match that Swerve cheated to win, technically. All right, we got to keep going. We got to keep going, guys. Great conversation. And remember, John, stick around because we're going to talk about Monday Night Raw, and I know you want to hear all about the great one. All right. We had another 8-man tag team match. Like, what are we doing here? We had Sting, Darby Allin, and Les Sex Gods defeating Ricky Starks, Big Bill, and the Don Callis family of Takeshita and Powerhouse Hobbs.
Power.
Right. John says he looks like the great one. And Knuckles looks like the big dog. So.
But I don't.
Bobby Showwater's in the chat, guys. So.
That's what that is?
Yes. All right.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce what's in front of me right now. Not even going to try to do that.
That's Bobby Showwater, okay? Bobby Showwater's in the chat. What's up, Bobby? We're going to talk about the results in a second. Well, we're going through the results now, but we're going to talk about who is the winner. Who is the winner? All right. 8-man tag team match. Again, thought it was standard. The baby faces won, and just like we said, don't explain that to them K-word, pal. K-fape, pal. All right, but anyway, K-fape, pal.
All right.
All right. John asks, why hasn't Strowman shown up in WWE lately? Because he's injured. What was I saying? Oh, okay, yeah. Standard 8-man tag. The baby faces won. Sting got his nice send-off in New York. Apparently, that's gonna be his last match in the state of New York. So, I've had the honor of seeing Sting wrestle multiple times live. Finally, everybody's coming in right now. This is great. Finally, Thoughts has returned to go for the pin. How do we do in this match, Knuckles? And what did you think?
Hello.
Hello is crazy. Hello is crazy.
I think the I think the outcome was pretty obvious. Like anything Sting has his hands or his name attached to right now, he's going to win. So
A couple of people
I think this
thought they was
really
gonna
was
lose.
based upon yeah, a couple of people did according to my notes here. But I mean, this is kind of I think this was more or less trying to push the Ricky Starks, Big Bill, Chris Jericho story. I think that was
Yeah.
and all of this is precipice upon the fact that Kenny Omega has diverticulitis and he is out. So
Yeah.
again, prayers out to Kenny
Yeah.
Omega. But
Definitely.
I think that's what that was, and we had to have some kind of setup for that tag title match because Guevara got the pin if I'm not mistaken. Um
Yeah. Yeah.
Guevara got the pinfall, so that gives him a claim to pinning one of the tag team champions. So
Yep.
that's going to set up Jericho and Guevara to go after those titles. So it was what it was, and like I said, anything Sting is attached to, he's going to win. So yeah, I mean, I thought it was good, and it pushed the story, so it served its purpose.
Yeah, so Sway talked about the elephant in the room. We'll get there in a second. John says, do you think if Rowan returns to WWE, he will team with Braun again and call themselves the Wyatts? No, I don't think that's happening. I don't think they should. Rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. I don't think there should be another Wyatt family. At all. Okay, Ray says I thought they were going to lose until Sting's undefeated streak was reported over and over and over again. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Sting loses until he puts over Darby Allin at Revolution in March. That hasn't been announced yet, but I'm just assuming that's going to be the match. Sway says, "What do you think of the Jericho allegations?" And Bobby, we'll get to what you said also. Very happy to see Mark Quinn back. Actually, last time I saw Mark Quinn was at backstage at a Battle Club show. Nobody knew he was there, but Mark was hanging out at a Battle Club show, just chilling. So shout out to Mark Quinn. He wasn't booked on a show or anything like that, but he was just there to support and everything. So, New York guy. What do you think of the Jericho allegations? All right. I want to be as sensitive to this topic as possible, and I don't think I can do it the justice that a King V would. I also share different opinions from King V on certain things. As I'm sure Knuckles has his own opinions on things. I don't like to talk about things without any type of proof. With that being said, I also don't ever want to feel like a victim's claim is being unheard, right? And that that a victim is lying about any of the things they're saying. This is a really touchy subject, and like I said, it's like almost anything I say is going to be looked at as wrong to one group of people, one group or another. So it's like I don't really think it's my place to speak on it. If it's true, and if for those that don't know what we're talking about, there's some allegations that came out early Saturday, before World's End, about Chris Jericho and what he allegedly did or didn't do with Kylie Ray. If there was any type of sexual assault or sexual misconduct with Chris Jericho, then he should be penalized for it. If there wasn't, then it wasn't, but if Chris Jericho did anything inappropriate or tried to do anything inappropriate with Kylie Ray, then yeah, he should be penalized and possibly fired for it. If not, then then it is what it is. That's really all I can say on it. Just because I was not there, I don't know the whole details. Most of us weren't there and we don't know the details. So I don't I don't want to say anything too much about it. Knuckles, I don't know if you have anything to add about Chris Jericho and these allegations of I don't think it was sexual assault. I think it was more of a trigger warning to anybody out there. Well, I think it was more of he made a pass at Kylie Ray and made her feel uncomfortable. I believe that's what the story is. And from what I'm reading, it happened. He made a pass or whatever. She left, and that was the end of it. From what I'm seeing, I don't know if there's more to that story. But Knuckles, I don't know if you wanted to comment on it.
Honestly, I just honestly really caught wind of this situation.
Yeah.
So honestly, with the situation being as sensitive as it is, and the unfortunate thing is, which absolutely led me to an entire another question. And I may ask it, I may not ask it. But with it being so sensitive and seeing that this is becoming a repetitive occurrence, and not with Chris Jericho. I'm not saying repetitive
Right.
with
No.
him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's popped up in the industry a little bit too often than it should.
Yeah.
So, as a lot of you guys know, I'm a big Simon Miller fan, and if you follow Simon Miller, he basically said, if we don't, and I think you just said it, Mike, if we don't have facts
Right.
and proof,
Yeah.
leave it alone.
Yeah.
Because the last thing we want to do is put an allegation on this man and then it be untrue.
Yeah. But then at that point, and my issue with that is even if nothing happened, in the court of public opinion, that person's reputation is already damaged. If it's not true, like especially if it's not true, their reputation is already damaged. And it's like that's kind of the era that we're in. And again, it's so sensitive that I don't want to really go too deep into it. But it's like you can literally say something that's untrue about a person, right? And in the court of public opinion, they are still a horrible human being. You know what I mean? They're still going to deal with the repercussions of it, even if they did not do this. You know, if it's, if enough people believe that you did it, even if you didn't do it, the truth doesn't matter at that point.
Exactly. So what I'm going to do, and I think that it could be put better. I'm going to take myself off camera, and I'm going to give credit to Simon Miller, ups and downs, and this is basically just sums it up.
At the moment, we have no idea what's going on with Chris Jericho. I mean, there's a bunch of stories out there. When you go on the internet, it's just people yelling at each other, which never helps. But as we have nothing official, you really shouldn't start speculating because we just don't know. So I really can't comment on it because I actually think that would be super unprofessional of me. But what I do want to get across is this. Always support victims. Always listen to victims. And don't go around shouting at victims. Just let things play out. And for goodness sake, why can't we all just be nice and respectful for just 1 second? So let's just make sure.
Yeah.
So that's
basically
what it is. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Which leads me to another question, Mike, and this is totally off AEW, and I just want your really quick opinion on it.
Yeah.
Because I got you here, and it's right along the same lines.
Yeah.
Patrick Clark.
Yeah.
He came out and did a video. For those of you who do not know who Patrick Clark is, it's Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
He came out and did a thorough apology video apologizing to Triple H, Shawn Michaels, the fans, the WWE, anybody else who may have been affected by his actions. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. So, Mike, in the court of public opinion, seeing that who this is, what do we say about him now?
I think his reputation is still damaged, even though he apologized and everything like that. I think in the court of public opinion, Patrick Clark basically killed his own career in a sense. And I don't think any amount of apologizing is gonna do any good, even though he's probably sincere about his apology. Now, what people were saying is that, I mean, he apologized to everybody except the victims. That may be true, you know. So it's like they're still dissecting his apology. So it's like, I think, to answer your question, in the court of public opinion, we still feel like, no, this is a bad guy. We're not going to support him, whether it's true or not. Personally, again, I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know. I'm sure there's enough evidence out there to support either claim that, yes, he did it, or no, he's innocent. But I don't know for sure. So I'm not going to comment on that. I just think, yeah, go ahead.
So here we go. I'm gonna bring it in, and then we're gonna move on.
Yeah, we'll get back to World's End in a second, guys.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this, and then we'll move on. Like I said, I don't like to be that guy, but when writing's on the wall, I like to read it.
Yeah.
So, and the only reason I brought him up is because we're sitting here talking about Chris Jericho and the same thing.
Yeah.
Now, do we give Chris Jericho the benefit of the doubt because he's a 20-year vet and he's done everything for the business and he's a 6-7, however many time champion, or 30-year vet, and he's a 5-6 time champion, and he brought AEW, same thing, making my point even more valid. But and he's started and built AEW up and everything else, and did what he did in WWE and his WCW career and all of the things he did in Japan. Do we give Chris Jericho the benefit of the doubt because of all of that, and then we not give Patrick Clark the benefit of the doubt that he is being sincere and that he is sitting here trying to make a turnaround and trying to turn the page and trying to make it better?
Here's the thing, right? Like, I'm not, me personally,
like does your level
change because it's Chris Jericho?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it should, and for me, it doesn't.
I think it will. I think whenever this happens, this will blow over. This will blow over. We will see Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara go after the tag titles, and nobody will even talk about this anymore.
Well,
but you'll sit there when Patrick Clark is literally benefited the doubt now, trying to sit there and turn the page and straighten up, fly right, do what he needs to do, and we're still going to slander this dude.
Yeah, you know what?
Like, which way is it? You can only have it one way.
I think you're right, Knuckles. I definitely think you're
right.
We'll
only
get
have
to the
it one way.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree with you, but I do think that, yes, because Jericho's been in the business forever, people may give him the benefit of the doubt. You're on to something. You might be right. It's not right, but your point may be right.
I know what V would say, but I'm not going to say what V would say. And you know, if you leave a grilled cheese sandwich on one side too long. Okay. All
right. Great question, Sway. We could probably talk about this the whole show, but we're not going to. Yeah. And to be honest, I don't think we have enough details to do so. Okay, yes, Bobby said Private Party needs to be the next tag team champs. It could happen. It could. I'd like to see it. Knuckles, can you say Mr. Kennedy on the mic? I just did it for him, but you know.
Green Bay, Wisconsin. Sorry, I got a lot of sleepy people in my house. So yeah,
it's fine. It's okay. Bonji, or I'm sorry, C Thoughts. The best return was Jinder Mahal. I agree. The Maharaja Maharaja. I think Chris Jericho wishes he didn't. Oh wait, hold on. Ray says I think Chris Jericho wishes he didn't leave the WWE now. He need a Vinnie Mac to walk into the police department or lawyer's office right now with a briefcase. All right. Yeah, because he got plenty of those. I'll tell you that much. Right. And so Bobby, so Bobby says, sadly, they're gonna see him guilty as charged no matter what. I agree, and I think like I said, in the court of public opinion.
But who is he talking about? Is he talking about Jericho or is he talking about Clark.
I think he's talking about Chris, but maybe he could. Hey, Bobby, if you're still there, just clarify which person you're talking about, because I'm now seeing the comment. John says, "Hey, how about them Cowboys?" I don't watch Texas football, so I don't know. Okay. Ray says some fans had signs in the crowd accusing Chris Jericho of the crime. I wouldn't give Jericho the benefit of the doubt only because power makes people go crazy. This is true.
And here we go.
And to your point, hold on, Knuckles. Hold on. And to your
ahead.
point, Nassau Coliseum booed Chris Jericho. They booed him. If you guys paid attention, thank you for bringing that up, Ray. They booed Chris Jericho right after Judas. You could hear boo. And then anytime Chris got in the ring, pay attention. They started booing Chris Jericho. This started to be a very light Y2J chant. Okay. But then that was quickly booed by the other fans. So people are already on Chris Jericho. Like, I don't think this just is gonna go away.
Guilty until proven innocent, and none of the people in the crowd booing him have any kind of law degree or know any. They don't know more than we do. They don't know more than we do. And here's what I don't like. Here's what I don't like. Let me go back up to Ray's comment. Not the Patrick Clark one, but the first one, the one he put up right before that.
The some fans one?
Yes, that one. Some fans had signs in the crowd accusing Chris Jericho of the crime. Those signs should have never seen the light of TV, because you're sitting there and you're falsely accusing this man and you're slandering him on TV. Like we said, we don't know if this is true.
Right.
And AEW should have been more professional and saw those signs in the crowd and immediately got rid of them. They should have never seen the light of day of the front of a camera. Because now you're essentially slandering Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
For something that you just for hearsay.
Yeah.
So I blame AEW and I blame the security for even letting that happen. But just like you say, the court of public opinion is always going to win.
Yep. Give me 1 second. So wait, also Patrick Clark deserves another chance, but not in WWE, AEW, or TNA. I could see maybe TNA taking a chance on Patrick Clark. I could see that. Because he's super talented. Like, Patrick Clark is super talented. But, I mean, again, court of public opinion, right? And speaking of which, Bobby Showalter just said, well, I thought at first Patrick was proven innocent, but I guess not. So at first, yeah, and then I guess something came out that kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Debunked that theory, I guess, in a sense. So that there was some truth to it, I guess. And then Bobby also says, but I feel like Jericho or Patrick, either way, if they are found not guilty, they will always be considered guilty by the internet wrestling community. I agree. That's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. The court of public opinion.
That's it right
no
there.
matter what
That's
they do, whether they're innocent or guilty, they're still going to be looked at, as guilty, pretty much. John asks, what about the Hogan allegations, the steroid allegation? Those wasn't allegations. That was proven to be true, that Hogan took steroids in the 90s. So that was actually proven. That there was a whole case about it.
Right.
Obviously. Okay. Okay. All right. Wait. All right. Wait. Those 29-inch pythons.
29-inch pythons are juice, brother. Okay.
Oh man. All right. I'm giving this. All right. Where are we? Okay, we gotta keep going. We gotta keep going.
Okay. So just to keep going, Mike, myself, and Bobby got the correct answer.
Okay.
All
right. Wait. Hogan didn't take steroids in the 90s. Hogan took steroids in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Well, yeah, fair point. All right. Let me tell you something, brother. All right.
What you gonna do? Thank you, Rock, for that. I laugh at that every day.
Yeah. All right. Julia Hart defeated Abaddon in
Yes.
a house rules match for the TBS championship. Sky Blue was out there.
Yes, she was.
Yeah. Yeah, she wound up, she being Sky, helped Julia Hart retain against Abaddon. That was that. Yeah, how are we doing that?
We all had Julia Hart. Thank you, Sky Blue. Moving on.
All right, let's keep going. All right. Now, okay, the first match that actually felt like it belonged on this pay-per-view. Adam Copeland versus Christian Cage for the AEW TNT Championship in a no disqualification match.
Yes.
All right. Adam defeats Christian Cage. We had a flaming table during this, even though Nick Wayne didn't go through the table. Bobby said it might have been one of the best looking matches. The Julia Hart and Sky Blue, not Sky Blue. Abaddon.
Oh, the eyes were glued to the TV.
I ain't get myself in trouble tonight, so I'm gonna just keep going. All right. This was really good. Okay, Adam and Christian was really good. Adam wins the TNT Championship, but only to lose it like literally a minute later. Yeah, Nick Wayne got tossed over the flames. Only to lose
Rightfully
it
so.
due to Kill Switch or Luchasaurus coming out there and cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase that he won earlier in the
trademark infringement.
Yeah, right. I thought this was fine. Okay. I mean, it did lead to a little why are we doing this, but I guess it was just to get more of a story between Luchasaurus and Christian. And also to continue the Adam and Christian storyline. But if you had Adam Copeland winning the TNT Championship, you got the point because he did win the TNT Championship. However, he lost it, and of course, that was a unexpected match. But yes, if you chose Adam Copeland, you do get the point.
Right.
Bobby Showwater says Kill Switch is a terrible name. Yeah, I agree. Just call them Luchasaurus.
It is
like they were on Dynamite.
Right.
So how do we do? Yeah.
Bonji and Ray chose Christian Cage. Everyone else had Adam Copeland.
Oh,
so yeah, everyone else gets the point.
All right. Looking good here. I'm looking real good here. You know what I'm saying? Looking real good here.
Oh boy.
And oh boy is right.
All right. Looking real good right now, actually.
Whew. All right. Next match we had was Eddie Kingston defeating Jon Moxley by pinfall. This was also our tiebreaker match.
Yes, it was.
Yep. Bobby, you do get you get a point on that. Yep. So the official time, as stated on Wikipedia, is 17 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay, so if our predictions go to a tiebreaker, whoever was the closest to 17 minutes and 20 seconds wins, I guess, the predictions championship. If there is no tie, then we don't need the match time there. But official match time is 17 minutes and 20 seconds. Ray says he should take that damn mask off and start acting like a menacing wrestler. Oh man. I forgot to tell you about the tiebreaker. We might not need it, but we'll see.
Well, all I'm gonna say about this tiebreaker is somebody on this panel or somebody in these predictions got it under a minute. Somebody did.
Okay. All right. But we might not need the tiebreaker. We'll see.
Might not need it.
Don't worry, Bobby. We'll see. All right. Let's keep going here. Oh, did you have anything to add about the Christian Adam Copeland match?
So I think the next pay-per-view is All In.
All In?
Honestly,
no way. All In?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
All In isn't until like.
Or is it All Out?
Neither one of those. I think the next pay-per-view is probably.
Is Revolution?
That's March. I don't know.
Revolution is in March.
I don't know what their February pay-per-view is. I want to know who won now. No, you got to stay tuned. I don't know. I don't know what the pay-per-view is for February, but I know March is Revolution. It's not All In or All Out because All In is in Wembley, and then All Out is it's in September. So I don't know what their next pay-per-view is, but
so I don't know where do we. I think this is all leading to a Luchasaurus turn, and I think this is going to lead to the return of Jungle Boy. Just the way they had
the tiebreaker,
the way they had Luchasaurus, his reaction when Christian Cage was giving his thanks, and he thanked Mama Wayne, and he thanked Nick Wayne, and then he thanked himself. We all know how this works. And I think we need to pull the trigger on it soon, because I think this is getting majorly played out with Luchasaurus. So with him, he was out for like a couple of months.
Yeah, for a couple of months. No. Luchasaurus was out maybe a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, because due to the concerto from Adam.
Right.
Hold on. Yeah, Ray just said AEW doesn't have a February pay-per-view. Revolution is in March and Double or Nothing is in May. Yeah, so as of right now, the only things announced is Revolution in March, and then of course, everything else after that.
I plan on being at
Sting's last match. Babyface or heel Jungle Boy? I hope it's a babyface Jungle. I hope it's a babyface Jungle because, I don't think the heel run is working for me.
What do you mean working? It's over with. It's done. Done. Look at the title, right?
Yeah. Well, somebody else is done, but we'll get there.
Oh boy.
All right. Okay. Where we at? Okay, Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley. Everything you expect. I know people were expecting it to be a bloodbath as well. It's in New York, and I'll just say that that's not happening. And that's all I'm gonna. That's all I'm gonna say. And I didn't realize that when we was talking about who was gonna be bleeding last week on the show. I forgot that they're in New York, and
what is it? The New York Sports Authority?
Let's not get too deep into why they aren't. Why it's not. Why you wouldn't see that here. But unless it's man, I don't even want to screw it. Unless it's a hard way cut, you're not gonna see that type of blood here in New York. But Jersey, yes, in the surrounding areas, yeah, but New York, no. New York State Athletic Commission, as Knuckles was saying, is very strict. And I know firsthand having to deal with New York State Athletic Commissions. So but yeah. The animal needs to keep his head down, walking around with that mask. I mean, Luchasaurus, didn't he wrestle without his mask before he came to AEW?
I'm not even sure. I can't verify that.
Yeah,
I'm not sure at all.
I think he did. I feel like he has wrestled without the mask before. Boone, New York State Combat Sports people. Yeah, there's a whole. Bobby knows. Bobby, I'm gonna just say that Bobby knows, and we'll just go and leave it there. That New York State Athletic Commission, I tell you, boy. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, everything that. Hold on. Yes, when he was in NXT, he didn't have the mask. That's what I was thinking. In Lucha Underground, he had to wear the mask. Okay. All right. But I knew I saw him wrestle without the mask before. All right, Eddie Kingston, Jon Moxley. your Japanese style, hard hitting chops and slaps and all kind of reversals and everything. This was for the Continental Championship classic Triple Clown. Eddie
Triple
Kingston.
Clown?
Oh, I said,
Did you say
clown? Oh,
Clown?
okay. Triple Crown. I'm sorry. It is 1 a.m. Eastern time here on the East Coast. So
Triple Clown?
Triple Clown is crazy. Oh man. Then Dusty, wait, hold on. Wow. Wow. And Dusty Rose reminded him how ugly he was, and he started wearing the mask.
All
my.
right.
All right. Probably said fucked each other up. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, these are two guys that are friends that are gonna go out there and beat the crap out of each other. I enjoyed this. This actually felt like it belonged on the pay-per-view. A lot of these matches did not, but like I said, the previous match, now this match, these two matches definitely felt like they belonged on the pay-per-view.
Right.
So I have nothing bad to say about this. I thought it was really good.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh. Shout out to Pena. I just talked to Pena a few days ago. Shout out to Pena. Give me Pena versus Moxley. Yeah.
Give me
Book
Pena
it.
versus Kingston. Either
Pena
one.
versus Kingston. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yep.
Lord.
Guys, if you guys don't
I'll
know
take
who
flight
Steve,
for that one.
if you guys don't know who the finisher Steve Pena is, please look him up.
Google him. Yes.
Google him. YouTube him. Yeah, like he's not hard to find. Okay, just he's a friend. Okay, he's a former guest on our show, multiple times. Pena he has it. Okay, he should be signed to somebody's major company like yesterday. Okay, like that's how good this guy is, and this is not me just putting over Steve Pena. Okay, like I'm not gonna go there, but yeah, give me give me Gamble versus Homicide. Give us all Gamble versus Homicide. I think we all want to see that. And we will have Bobby Showwater on the show very soon to talk independent wrestling. So look forward to that, guys. All right. Kingston got the win. How are we doing this?
All of us had Kingston.
Mm.
So yeah, all of us had Kingston.
Wow. Okay. All right. Let's go to the main event here.
Here we go.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF defended. ED.
Past tense.
Right. Defended the World Championship, the AEW World Championship, the prestigious AEW World Championship.
Oh, the coveted.
Coveted, yeah. The coveted AEW World Championship against Samoa Joe. This was good. Okay, this was good. Max was going in there very injured. Okay, very hurt. Max had just lost the Ring of Honor tag team titles. Yes, the Triple B. Will King's in the house. The Triple B was on the line.
Will, what up, bro?
What up, Will? So let's just get to the finish because that's what everybody wants to talk about here. Adam Cole was out there. So in our wrestling brains, angle alert, you know.
Right.
Yes, I won the predictions. I don't know. I don't know about that one, Ray. We'll see. Samoa Joe defeats MJF after a ref bump because it's AEW, so you have to have a ref bump in the main event. After a ref bump.
Always.
MJF went to sleep. Okay, coquina clutch. 3 arms went down, and it was like a shocking moment. I think people were comparing it to when The Undertaker lost to Brock Lesnar. And it's like, I was shocked. Especially it seemed like that finish kind of came out of nowhere. You thought MJF was going to, because who still loses to the 3 arms going down anymore?
Right.
But I think that was the creative part of it. That like
It was done
you
by
didn't see it
design.
coming. I'll tell you what we did see coming. Adam Cole being the devil.
Veer?
Yeah, well, I talked about it on the show. I know Ray talked about it. A couple of people had talked about it. That
Ooh, Veer?
no, no, not Veer. He hasn't came in a long time. Ray said it was the Nassau screw job. And yeah, Bobby says he didn't tap. He got put to sleep. Exactly, he got put to sleep. But it does go down as technical submission.
Yes, it does.
Wait, Sway said none of you MS saw it. I remember. Yes, we did. We did see MJF. I mean, we did see Adam Cole being the devil. I definitely talked about it on the show last week.
As soon as Adam Cole came out for the main event.
Yeah, but Knuckles, even last week, when everybody was like, when V went on this like rant, love you, V, about
Tony Khan.
Tony Khan being the devil, I'm like, what if it's just Adam Cole? I'm like, and I remember saying that. I'm like, guys, it's probably just gonna be Adam Cole. Like, I wish I had the clip. I think I do have the clip. I think I saved it somewhere, but I didn't add it here. But yeah, you guys can go back to the show last week and look towards like the end of the show. I definitely said it's probably just Adam Cole. Wait, hold on. Yeah. So Will says, yeah, after a ref bump and Adam Cole not being able to find the ring. He did eventually find the ring. Yeah. But he did struggle at first. Good point. Makes MJF look like a warrior in the L. That's how you protect your young superstar. I agree. He didn't tap. He wasn't pinned. Yes, technical submission. It goes down as a technical submission, but he technically didn't tap and he wasn't pinned.
Right.
So now when he comes back, because I do think MJF will be back in AEW, they're trying to, I know he's off the roster page and all of that. I think MJF will be back in AEW. We predicted also that the Kingdom would have something to do with it. I said that last week. I was like, because you're like, is it Roderick? I'm like, no, it's not Roderick, but I definitely think the Kingdom has something to do with it because you're not going to spend this much time on TV making the Kingdom this close to MJF and have them had nothing to do with it. Somebody said Wardlow last week. Great prediction of Wardlow. Wardlow was definitely in the group. So we have the Undisputed Kingdom now. Okay. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when Kyle O'Reilly is cleared. Also, because people forget about Kyle O'Reilly. You know, so I think this was a good way to end the show. It definitely got people talking. And that's what you want at the end of the show. You want people talking. But Samoa Joe kind of felt like an afterthought. In my opinion. He wins the title. He gets out of there. And now the big reveal is the end of the show. And not really Joe leaving with the title. And even this week on Dynamite, Joe did a pre-tape, but he wasn't there. Which, again, you don't need the champion on every show. But this is the Dynamite right after a pay-per-view. My other issue with Dynamite, in case we don't get to it because it's already 1 a.m. Eastern, my other issue with Dynamite is half the talent was already in Japan. So they didn't really, like, the main event was Swerve versus Daniel Garcia. And it was good. Don't get me wrong. Huge fan of Daniel Garcia. Huge fan of Swerve. It was good. But it definitely felt like a filler Dynamite because half the talent wasn't there because they was already away in Japan.
What's going on in Japan?
Wrestle Kingdom, actually, as we speak. I think Wrestle Kingdom is going on. So AEW got to show off the young talent and up-and-coming superstars. I agree, Bobby, but I think with the show after a pay-per-view, you need your top guys and girls.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't think you put on
what do they call it? What do they call it? It's not the go home show. The go home show is beforehand.
Right. Right. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's the first of all, it's the first show of the year, right? The first show of the new year. And this is after a pay-per-view, after you shot a huge angle on the pay-per-view.
Right.
I think this is the wrong show to showcase your young up and coming talent. That's what you have Rampage for. That's what you have Collision for. I feel like Dynamite should be that top level show. Wrestle Kingdom was yesterday morning, technically.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Okay. But that's why a lot of their talent was not at Dynamite because they were already in Japan. All right, so hold up. Wrestle Kingdom was this morning. New Year's Dash is getting ready to start at 1 or 2 in the I believe. Well, all right. Well, it's 1 a.m. Eastern time here, but yeah. All right. World's End. First of all, who won the predictions championship? Because I know everybody's been waiting for that. We'll see that now, and then we'll give our
Well, let me go ahead and just give my opinion on the main event.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, Knuckles.
No, you're fine. Because I it's late. I get it.
Yeah.
I think this is a huge step in the progression of AEW in general.
Mm-hmm.
AEW needed a major faction to kind
of have enough already.
But I mean, this is giving Evolution. This is giving NWO. This is definitely giving NWO, because those early days of NWO was just jumping on everybody and they were just kicking everybody's ass. So this is definitely giving NWO. And I don't think we see MJF until
Revolution.
No, further than that. Maybe who said they had a pay-per-view in May?
Double or Nothing, I believe.
I don't think we see him until Double or Nothing. Because I think that's gonna give look at how many people came out on Dynamite. Yeah, exactly. That's a great point, Bobby. Look at how many people came out on Dynamite to get a hold of Undisputed Kingdom. The Acclaimed, the Bullet Club, Hangman Adam Page has got a gripe. That's 7 people right there.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be
agreed. Will,
I think this is going to be a long drawn out thing to where we have some sort of Undisputed Kingdom versus AEW type thing, and it might come to Double or Nothing where we might have a 6-man, 8-man, 10-man, and
so some type of blood and guts match. I could see it leading
right. There we go. Some kind of a blood and guts match or something like that, and we have or like a stadium stampede or Anarchy in the Arena or something like that. And then that's when we get MJF back, and he'll be the last standing member of the team against Undisputed Kingdom.
Yeah.
I think this plays very well into the hands of AEW if they play it right. If they do it right, they can make a lot of money off this.
Yeah. Ray also mentioning Dynamite here. Plus, I like how Tony Khan was able to retie the Bullet Club and Acclaim back into the scenario and pitch a possible reuniting. Yeah, I agree. I do like how that was done. Agree about Wardlow, Bobby says, and I love faction storyline. Wink, wink. All right. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, predictions.
Yes.
Let me just go ahead and say that the tiebreaker was not needed. But
it's okay.
Bonji had it at 55 seconds.
Oh wow.
16 minutes and 25 seconds.
Jeez. How I was pretty close too. What was I? I think I was at 16:20 or something.
18:50.
Oh, 18:50. All right. Well, I was still pretty close.
I wasn't close. I was at 21:35. So
yeah. No, Ray, you hold on just a second there, pal. Give me my title.
Okay.
Give me what I want.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go from bottom to top. Pause. Ray, sorry, no. Ray and Bonji, you guys tied at 6-4.
Yep. Keep going.
King V came in at 7-3. I came
really
in at
good.
8. I came in at 8-2.
Uh-huh.
So here we go.
Keep going.
As much as I hate to say it,
That's
Mike,
right. Yep. Give it to me. Pause. Yep.
Excuse me, what?
Give me what I want.
I got to give you what you want. Yeah. 9-1.
9-1.
9-1.
Which means
with an undefeated 10-0.
mother.
And I just sat here and wrote it out tonight, and I was even like what? Yeah, he didn't miss any. That's why the tiebreaker wasn't needed.
Are you telling me
if
Bobby
you
Showwater is the new?
If you would have went, that's exactly what I'm saying. With not a single match wrong, Bobby Showalter came in.
Joe was the match I got wrong.
Joe is the match.
Joe's the match I got wrong.
Yep.
You have
Joe is the match you got wrong. And honestly, you were the only one in contention. Like, it wouldn't have mattered. You got every other match right except MJF. If you'd have went with Joe, Vacant would have been the champion again. No, actually, I'll take that back. Yeah. Vacant would have been the champion because Bonji got the tiebreaker, but he wasn't in the decision of the final. He wouldn't have been in contention. And
so here's your winner. And
honestly, no, I take that back. I take that back.
Let me do his intro.
I take that back. If you did tie with him, you would have won because he didn't give a tiebreaker time.
But that's not fair.
That's
to him
because you
that
didn't tell him.
Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new go for the prediction. Go for the prediction.
Go for the prediction. Go for the predictions. Pin champion.
Right. We have a new champion, Bobby Showwater, aka the greatest manager on the Northeast right now. Bobby Showwater is your new go for the pin world prediction champion. Give it up for Bobby Showwater. Congratulations.
You can't.
We'll send you a championship somewhere. That's not a bad idea.
Would you like buckle or belt?
Wait a minute. If anybody's the tag team champion, I'm the tag team champion. I went 9-1. Wait a minute. Yeah, y'all wait a gosh darn minute. All right, wait a minute.
Gosh darn is crazy. Gosh darn is crazy.
See thoughts as a go for the pin tag team champions. No, absolutely not. The greatest undefeated streak in pro wrestling history. I also haven't watched a full AEW show in months. Well, there you go. Wow. And yep.
He's just rubbing it in now. He's just rubbing it in.
Yeah, this is what Bobby does. It's fine. You should really do a prediction show called Go for the Prediction. Not bad. It's not bad.
Baji.
Oh, you the joke.
It's a galactic.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh man. All right. What do we rate Worlds in, guys, and everybody in the chat? Thank you, of course, for sticking around. We do got a few things to talk about, but we're gonna rate. We're gonna
see those white dots.
Oh man.
Intergalactic champion.
Yeah, that's crazy. Look here, Pipe Bobby. Don't each other. Oh
Out
man, I'll be the third predictions. Yeah,
King
yeah,
Bobby. All right.
yeah, yep. King Bobby. There you go. All right. What are we rating this show? It felt like a glorified Dynamite for most of it. Yeah, Knuckles, I'm with you. And Sway,
count.
2 count show here for me. Sway says 2 count. Let us know in the comments what you guys thought of this show. This was not one of the better AEW pay-per-views. It wasn't bad. It just was not
Ray,
one of the better AEW
Ray
pay-per-views.
gave it a near fall.
I gave World's End a near fall. Okay, I give World's End a near fall. Okay, I think, like I said, once we got to the top matches, like the last 3 matches on the card, it was good. It felt like a pay-per-view. But the other matches, it was like, it was okay.
Yeah,
You
the
know, they
hook
weren't
match.
bad. It just,
The
yeah.
hook match. The
Well, that was a pre-show.
the 8-man tags.
2 8-man tags. Yeah, like 2 8-man
2 8-man
tags.
tag. The swerve match.
Okay, so Bonji got Sky Full. Wait, Sky Blue near full.
Yes. Okay, I'll give you that one.
Because at the end it did get exciting. I agree with you. I think it definitely stepped up towards the end. But what about the rest of the card?
Right. Exactly. What about the
But
other?
I do agree with you. I agree with you.
What about the other 7 matches?
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Schoolboy near for Bobby. Will says, considering I fell asleep during a match, I'ma reluctantly say 2 counts. Okay.
You shouldn't day drink on the day of pay-per-views, Will. Sorry.
Sometimes we need to get through. All right, this pay-per-view just had a 2.5 pre-hour. Oh wait, 2 hour. 2.5 pre-show. Wait, what?
2.5 hour pre-show.
I am tired, guys. I've been upset.
What is in your cup?
Nothing. It's empty.
And that's probably
empty.
why you couldn't get out 2.5 hour pre-show.
Bro, I've been up since 7 in the morning yesterday. All right.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Raw. The only thing that we want to talk about is The Rock. All right. And also the name of the show is Dunn, 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 because, well, we like Pete Dunne. Butch. And also Kevin Dunn. Kevin Dunn announced his retirement. If you guys have any
good for you,
comments about Kevin Dunn, do you guys think production is going to change now? I don't, because I think it's still Kevin Dunn's team that he hired for the most part. That's a part of production. So even though he's not there, I think it'll be. Oh, Will says I don't drink at all, Knuckles.
Yeah, good for you. Sobriety is a good thing, man. Listen, I'm not even going.
I haven't practiced it, but yeah, I'm sure it's great.
I'm not even close. But I'm gonna be dead honest with you. But good on your part, Will. I commend you seriously.
Yeah. All right. Raw. Yeah. So okay, Kevin Dunn. If you guys have anything to say about Kevin Dunn, look, I wasn't always the biggest fan of his production work. You know, especially me being in production in a sense. Like I wasn't always the biggest fan of his production decisions, but let's be honest, he's been in the business for almost 40 years. Okay, he's been with WWE for almost the entire time. He was Vince's right-hand man. We knew this was going to happen once Vince left, you know, that Kevin probably wouldn't be that far behind him. So, I mean, it is what it is. Thank you for what you've done for wrestling. I will say that. At least
pop up somewhere.
I don't think he will, Knuckles. I think he's done, man. He's been in the business for 40 years. I think he's done.
Well, yeah.
I really think he's done. No pun intended there. I
see what you're saying.
Almost 6 years of no alcohol. I clap for myself. No, that's a great thing, bro. Seriously, that's a great thing. That is a great thing. Congratulations. Bobby says Kevin Dunn was the first domino. Triple H is gonna bring in all his friends and people people he trusts. HBK is his right hand. Well, I mean, if you look at it now, Bobby, that's pretty much what he's done. You know, like if you really look at it, he put HBK in charge of NXT. Yeah, you know, which is his baby. You know, so I definitely think that will happen. Of course, that's a wonderful thing. You should be proud of it. And we're proud of you for it. Ray says Triple H really made this man get his finger off the switch.
For
Yeah, I
real.
guess. Yeah. But he might have just been also just tired, man. Like it's running a show, I would assume, for close to 40 years is not an easy task. Okay.
Not at
Like
all.
so I could imagine how
Let's
hard of
be
a job
honest.
it
Kevin Dunn has given us fans as wrestling fans some great moments
is. He has. He has done
over
great
40
production.
years.
Yeah.
He's given us some great moments as far as production is concerned. But let's really call a spade a spade. The last few years haven't been the best,
Bro.
but
Yeah.
you know, let's go back. Let's go back to Triple H and Undertaker, end of an era, Hell in a Cell story. Triple H said it when Undertaker challenged him. He said, "I can't do it. One day, all of this is going to be mine."
Yeah.
He said it,
Yeah.
and he was right.
Yeah.
So with everything, there has to be a change. So we're in the middle of it right now.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely Kevin Dunn and his production team has changed how we look at wrestling today. All right. Let's get to the main thing for Monday Night Raw. It was a couple of things because this was the first. As now I'm frozen. I don't know why this happens all the time, but I hope you guys can still hear me. I hope.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, let's hope this clears up. I can't hear. Well, I can hear you guys. I can't see you guys, but and if there's a comment that comes up, Knuckles, you're gonna have to read it because I can't see them now.
Gotcha.
Okay. So The Rock. Let's just go spade. They teased this former WWE champion coming back. Jinder Mahal came out there and cut a promo, and I was just laughing the whole entire time because I'm like, this is such good shit, pal. Like, you know what I mean? You knew something big was gonna happen. Okay, you knew it wasn't really Jinder Mahal. And then The Rock comes out there. Cuts one of his classic Rock promos.
Day one douchebag.
Yeah. Day
Good
one.
Lord.
Douchebag. Yeah.
Good Lord. We are Penn State. Oh, okay. Good gracious.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, he cut one of his classic Rock promos. Laid out Jinder Mahal. And then he said that line about, I'm going out to eat because The Rock's getting a little hungry. Where should I sit? Should I sit at the bar?
He's facing Sheamus and Cesaro in a triple threat match.
Yeah, right. All right, I'm back. Thank goodness.
There we go.
All right, yeah, we got to get ready to get towards the ending because now my computer's starting to crap out. All right, but yeah, he ended the promo with saying, "Should I sit at the head of the table?"
Yep. We're getting it.
That's your brain exit for sleep. Yeah, I agree, Bobby. I definitely agree. I don't think WWE's really going to be the same after 40. I think WWE's going to crash and become really circus. Like, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. Day one douchebag. Becky Lynch gets knocked out. I don't think she got knocked out. But definitely the best Nia match. And shout out to Mitchell Clark, who's in the house, by the way.
Absolutely.
Becky definitely got the best out of Nia. I think Nia had her best match against Becky Lynch this past Monday. So give Nia her flowers on that. Good match between Ivy Nile and Rhea Ripley as well. Ivy has something. She has it. And hold on before I forget. I don't know if John's still here. It's probably late for him. But if he is, I was gonna put his comment back on the screen. I can't find it now. But basically he was asking about you're right. Asking about The Rock being a waste of time and doing pointless appearances. I don't think this was pointless at all. This was definitely the setup Hey, Bobby, have a good one, man. We'll see you soon. Look out for Bobby Showwater. He might be here next week. So I said it on air. So Bobby, try to make it happen. But
Come
yeah,
on through.
and congratulations again to our new predictions world champion, Bobby Showwater. What I was gonna say, yeah. C Thought says we all know Dwayne will lose to Roman to push that whole most dominant superstar BS. Yeah, I mean, Rock's also gonna always gonna, he's gonna come back and put over his family, of course. But yeah, I thought this promo was perfect. It wasn't too much. It was just enough to, or maybe I should sit at the head of the table and looks at the camera. Oh, perfect. Perfect.
I think we all knew where that was going, though.
Yeah.
When he said he was going to get something to eat, I think we all knew where he was going with that.
Of course.
I think I kind of would have. I don't know. It was still shocking. It was still shocking nonetheless.
Yeah.
Now here's the whole debate, and let me get in and get out before your computer crashes. Here's the whole debate. Where does this happen?
WrestleMania.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
not. Absolutely not. No, you go with the original plan. You go Roman versus Cody at WrestleMania.
So he can
You sit there. Listen, you sit there and you put Rock versus Roman. There's nothing wrong with putting them at Elimination Chamber. It's their first premium live event in Australia. That place seats 70,000 people. Why are we sitting here acting like there's something wrong with that? It's not going to be for the title. You just got Rock Roman.
Well, I think it definitely would be for the title. If you're doing Rock and Roman, it's definitely for the title.
Hell no. Because there's more to it than a title. This is family we're talking about.
I agree, but Roman is a champion. He's a title holder. So
but if you put the championship on the line, we already obviously know who's going to win.
Bro, whether the championship is on the line or not, we all know what's going to happen. Roman's going to beat The Rock.
So who's to say The Rock doesn't win and then it causes the breakdown of Roman, which leads into WrestleMania and him losing the title?
I don't see it. I don't see Rock beating Roman at this stage of the game.
There is no way. No, I don't see Rock beating Roman either. But why would you put an obvious outcome match as the main event of WrestleMania? We all know Roman's going to win. So why would you main event your biggest show of the year with something that's obviously relevant to everyone?
I see your point. You
see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see
you don't sit there and, I mean, 2 + 2 doesn't equal potato here. 2 + 2 = 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have to go the extra mile. Rock Roman is they put Rock Hulk Hogan third from last at a WrestleMania, and it was the best match on the card.
Yeah.
So like for something like this,
well, it was the best match on the card because of the heat that the match had. It wasn't because of the actual. If you watch that match on mute, it ain't that great of a match. But because of all of
but
the
you know
fans,
what? But you know what? If you watch it on mute, you're going to eventually unmute to figure out why the hell they're not doing nothing. They're just standing there, and then that's
the beauty of wrestling. It is that's the beauty of wrestling.
So yeah, if you put this match at Elimination Chamber, of course you want Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber. You want him there, yes,
yeah,
because it's a first time. Like I said, first time in Australia, 70,000 people. You want him there. You don't have to have him defend the title, yet you can have him in an extremely huge marquee match.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I'm just going through some of the comments. Ray wants it at WrestleMania. Mitchell says do Rock versus Roman. The title doesn't need to be on the line. Do it at Elimination Chamber. I mean, Rock and Cena was obvious both times, and we still wanted it.
Was it? Because they ended 1-1. Rock beat him the first time, and then Cena beat him for the championship the second time.
The second time we knew Cena was going to beat The Rock because he put him over the first time. But yeah, I could see what you're saying.
Thoughts. There you go.
Now make it for the title of Tribal Chief, and Dwayne wins the title of Tribal Chief. Then you could finally have the Blood Brothers begin to break up. That's what I would do. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
Bad idea at all.
But yeah, that was the most interesting part of Raw. Drew McIntyre lost again. Surprise. Damian Priest teased
What
the
have I been telling y'all?
Damian Priest teased the cashed in. He didn't do that.
Got
So
his face kicked in.
yeah. Speedy recovery.
FBI, open up.
FBI open up is crazy. Speedy recovery to Giovanni Vinci. Oh, and Samantha is still doing the special entrance for Ludwig Kaiser.
Oh,
and Giovanni Vinci. So maybe it was just a Chelsea Green thing that they stopped.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much Raw. I'm gonna give Raw an airfall. I thought this was a very solid Raw. This is what Dynamite should have been. Okay, Raw was what Dynamite should have been. You see how they kind of went all out for the first Raw of 2024?
Right.
I think that's what they should have did for Dynamite. Like you had Rock on the first Raw here of 2024.
I agree.
You had you had 2 world title matches with Rhea Ripley and
Ivy now.
Seth Rollins. Yeah. You had Nia Jax versus Becky, which was like 5 years in the making. So that's what Dynamite should have been this week. But again, they couldn't do it. And I think this is one of the issues because Tony does let his talent do like a New Japan and all these other places. I think that's a problem because TNA used to do that back in the day. They used to let their talent work Ring of Honor and do all this other stuff. And then they would miss TNA pay-per-views. They would miss TNA pay-per-views. And that's why eventually TNA said, no, if you're going to be TNA, you have to be exclusive to TNA because we can't have you missing shows because you got stuck in New York doing a Ring of Honor show when we need you in Florida the same day or the next day. And now, there's a snowstorm in New York and now your flight is delayed and you can't get to Florida. So I think that is an issue within AEW, but we spent enough time on AEW. I give Raw an airfall this week.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Guys, if you watched Raw in the comments, please let us know. Okay, I see Ray says 2 count for Raw. And Will says, I think you got a very in shape Rock. You could have this at Elimination Chamber. You could. Yeah. Bonji says 2 count. Oh man, I thought The Rock would bring this up a little bit for you guys, but I guess not. I thought it was a really solid.
They're AEW guys, Mike.
Yeah, that's true.
Ray gave World's End an
airfall. Yeah.
No judgment.
Hey, that's his opinion. That's his opinion.
It's all
good.
No judgment.
It is all good here. All right. Let's see. I think AEW definitely needs to go exclusive. I agree. I don't think they should be doing these deals with new, like you could do one-offs, right? You could do one-off agreements with like a AAA or New Japan, like, hey, I'll send you 1 or 2 guys. I'm not sending you half my roster.
Right.
You're
just asking for trouble.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I think the relationship is good, but I don't think you should be, that invested where you like sending half your people. 10 guys shouldn't be going to Japan.
Right.
Like, yeah, I mean, like, so, but that's it. Nick Nemeth also showed up at New Japan, so I'll be interested to see with what Dolph or Nick Nemeth will do once he gets started over there. Deonna Purrazzo, the Virtuosa, showed up on Dynamite. She is now all
Mariah May's face off.
Yeah.
Her face is still floating in the third row.
Shout out to Mariah May. She had her debut match on Dynamite. She won.
She looked good too. She looked good in the ring.
Good. I heard a lot about her from Stardom, so I'm interested to see what she does. If Ray would have heard how hard I stopped breathing doing Julian Abaddon, he would have gave that an earful. Oh man. Guys. Little decorum here. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Oh man. All right. And for the record, Dynamite got a 2 count for me this week.
Yes.
And that was pretty much it. I mean, Orange Cassidy and Dante Martin had a good match also on Dynamite. Not gonna get to NXT too much. We didn't get our Dragunov versus Trick Williams match. I guess Dragunov's still injured. Mello put Trick's title opportunity on the line against Grayson Waller, but luckily for Trick, it didn't matter. Kevin Owens came in to NXT to help Trick Williams, punched Grayson Waller in the face, and Trick got the win, and Trick is still the number 1 contender for the NXT championship. This is just building up and building up and building up to that mellow turn.
More guilt every week.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So wait, no NXT. I had to talk about the Trick and Mello stuff a little bit. Shout out to Oba Femi.
I like it.
Shout out to Oba Femi, who won the NXT Breakout Superstar. Great talent there. Interested to see what he does. Trying to think of anything else on NXT that was worth mentioning. Tiffany Fallon. Who's Tiffany Fallon? Tiffany Stratton.
That's Jimmy Fallon's daughter.
It might be. Tiffany Stratton lost to Fallon Henley. And yeah, she's gonna be like her servant now. Okay, cool. Fallon's getting pushed.
What?
That's cool. Yeah, so Tiffany lost to Fallon, and now Tiffany. The rules of that match means that Tiffany's gonna be like her servant now. So
holy hell.
Yeah, so
It's
she's gonna be
DiBiase Virgil.
Yeah, she's gonna have to get her hands dirty because she's gonna be playing in dirt and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, one of those type of things. Yeah.
So, but wait, was Fallon Henley is the one that was with
Briggs and
Briggs. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I'm coming for that. No, I go for the pin.
Intergalactic title.
I'm coming for you, Nick. Hi. Well, listen.
We coming for you.
I'm not that hard to find. All right. I'm here every week, every Thursday. All right. So if you want some, come get some. All right.
Oh.
Just don't bring beer.
Whoa.
Oh man. Will says keep Oba Femi off the main roster. I don't want to see him dancing and smiling. Yeah, because you know that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna do that. Hope not. I hope that Oba Femi has a great run. What, Ray? No way. Dynamite was more excited.
That's all we have. That's all the time we have.
Yeah, this is go for the pin. Wait, and to be honest, NXT was more exciting than Raw. I went back to watch NXT from all the clips I've been seeing on IG, especially with that new breakout. Yeah, Oba Femi, guys, get familiar with Oba Femi. He's definitely a talented individual. But I will respectfully disagree that Dynamite was more exciting than Raw this week. No Mercedes Moné. Okay, no world champion. Brian Danielson wasn't there. I'm trying to think of everybody else that was not. Toni Storm wasn't on. Well, she was, but she did a backstage. I'm like, but yeah, no, I respectfully disagree. I think Dynamite was good. I just think it would. I just don't think it was like on the level of a Raw.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We currently have Raider Raw at a estimated altitude of 30,000 feet. He is high as hell right now. Thinking Dynamite was more exciting than Raw this week. All right,
Ray, that's cap.
You just put your if you put your tray tables in the upright position, we will be landing in just a minute. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it.
Go for the pin, everybody. We got Deanna in Jersey. Best part. We did get Deanna in Jersey. Yes, that is true. Which part of Jersey is she from, guys? All my Jersey people. Is she from Brunswick? Where is she from? What part of Jersey from? She's not from Newark. No, she's not. She's not from Newark. No, she's not from Newark. She's not from Newark. Maybe Patterson. No, I don't even know. She's not. I know for a fact she's not from Newark though.
She is from Livingston, New Jersey.
Livingston, but I don't think she's announced from Livingston though. See where she's actually announced from. I don't think she's announced from there.
Deanna Perrazzo. What did they call it? Her call name? What did they call it?
No, just go to Wikipedia and it should say it there. Not sponsored, by the way. Veer
Right.
is coming. He's been, you know what? Thoughts. He's been coming for a long time. Okay, I think he's finally stopped coming. The only good thing about Raw was Dwayne.
Oh,
okay.
Build. That's where she's built. She's
built
built from Hackettstown, New
Hackettstown,
Jersey.
Hackettstown. Yes, I do remember that. Yes, but she is from Livingston. But she said that Livingston doesn't sound cool, so she's so that's why she said she's from Hackettstown.
And Hackettstown sounds better.
That's what she thinks.
Okay.
Built from. Yes, thanks, Will. DJ Bumpy Hands, relax, being so close to that pipe bomb. Oh my goodness.
You're the one that said Dynamite was better than Raw. Your opinion is matter here on Go for the Pin, but let's be for real, bro.
Let's be for real. All right.
Oh, you be for real.
We'll say, man, I'll arrive before Veer does. Okay. All right. Apparently Ginger came before Veer. But anyway, that's a whole nother story.
All right.
And he got rock. No, he didn't even get rock bottom. It was a joke there. Anyway.
He got his spine busted.
Oh, yes, he did. All right.
Boy.
Guys, that's all the time we have for Go for the Pin. That is all the time we have. Again, congratulations to Bobby Showwater, our new champion. Everybody in the chat. It seems like everybody was here tonight, which we appreciate so much for this first show of the new year. You know, we have a lot of things planned for you guys for this year. We're just trying to give you exciting and interesting content, you know, just going forward. We got to get some of you guys back on the show, man. A lot of you guys have been on the show before. We got to get you guys back on the show.
We got to get Will on the show.
Yeah.
Ray and C Thoughts have been on before. Sway, we got to get you on the show. Who else?
In the windows.
Sway hasn't been on the show. Will hasn't been on the show. Mitchell, we haven't had Mitchell on the show before. Oh my god.
Yeah. Ray is wild.
So right. So listen.
All right.
We here at Go for the Pin, we talk about WWE and we talk about AEW and TNA and Impact and all of that. We talk about that with a majority. However, we are definite supporters of independent wrestling. I say that to say this. If you're not into the independent scene wherever you live, get into it, because like I said a while back, I said the people that you see in your hometown in the gymnasiums are the people you're going to see a couple of years from now on your TV screens. And then you're going to wish you invested more when you see them on TV and then they were right down the street in your hometown. So I said that to say this, look into independent wrestling and then come back to us and tell us who you would like to have on the show. That we do have some outlets in the independent scene, and some of these people that you ask and you want to see on our show, we could possibly make it happen. Yeah. So like we encourage you to give your suggestions on people who you would like to see. Now, don't come on here talking about you want to see Bianca Belair. That's not going to happen.
We can't do that, guys.
We can't do that. So make it logical. Okay. So, you know, if there's somebody you want to see, and they don't have to definitely necessarily be a wrestler, they could be my dream is to have Chris Van Fleet on the show, or have somebody like Simon Miller on the show. I would love to have them on the show, but you know, AJ Francis is the best independent wrestler in the game. Top job. I mean, top dollar.
Wow. Top dollar is a cage. Top.
And this is why he won't come on the show.
Exactly. Exactly. I see our producer. Don't worry about it, guys. Just producer, if you can hear me, just look at the private chat. But yeah, let me see. Mike Outlaw out of St. Louis. Okay, I'll look into him. Like if you got, like I said,
Okay.
I'll look into him. All right. Let's see the.
Yeah, send them to our. Seeing that it's 10 till 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'll just shout out mine. You can follow me on Instagram at DJ_Knuckles on Instagram. Mike, you want to do your handle? Pause.
Yeah, I haven't done this in a while. Usually V handles this, but yeah, on X or Twitter, it's DJ Mike EQ, and on Instagram, it's Mike_EQ. You could follow the show at Go for the Pin _show on.
That is correct.
On
Instagram.
Is it on Instagram? There we go. Yeah, there you go. And on X at Go for the Pin Show.
And you
and
can
you
go
can
to
follow
any of those outlets, follow it, and give us a suggestions because it's almost 2 in. I really don't want to hear your suggestions right.
you could follow King V also. He's not there right now, but you guys can follow King V. At King V. Wait, what's his Instagram? At King V _
King V _ the ruler.
Yeah, and then on X, I always he has 2 of them. _ Watch My Throne.
_ Watch My Throne.
On X. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Guys, thank you again, everybody. Ray, Will, everybody in the comments, see thoughts. Bobby Showwater, our new champion. Everybody. Mitchell Clark.
Everyone.
Will.
John.
Sway. John. I think I got everybody. I think.
And tell the people, tell your friends about the show. As much as we love having you guys on the show every week, you guys play an integral part of the success of the show. So share the show, tell your friends about the show, tell your mom about the show. I mean, mom probably the Tonight Show don't come on till 11:35. We go on the air at 11:15. She can catch 15 minutes of our show, and
we
then
are
she
a late
might
night
become
show
a fan.
for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
We are not a PG show. We are a late night show for a reason.
Right.
All right, guys. Again, Happy New Year. We'll see you guys next week. Peace and love.
I holla.